And welcome back to the Windsor Park Nordic Center here in Winnipeg and our special coverage of cross-country skiing here on Sports Select Sports Talk. Now, one of the big things that's happening here at the Windsor Park Nordic Center is, well, it's going to be in the future. And here to talk about that is Richard Hybers. Richard is the chair of the Cross Country Ski Association of Manitoba. Hello to you, sir.
Hello, Al. Thanks for coming out.
It's absolute pleasure to be here, especially on a day like today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we arranged the weather just for you.
Couldn't thank you anymore for that if I tried. Now, as I mentioned, we're talking a bit about the future, and there's a lot that's at play here, isn't there?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have really big plans for this place. I know the community was up in arms last year at this time, and everything was up in the air as to the future of the golf courses, 7 golf courses in the city of Winnipeg, and Windsor Park being one of those golf courses. So we worked with some partners. Save Our Seine was instrumental in helping us, just convincing the city to keep this as a green space. So without telling too many tales, we're working very hard with the city and to get a long-term lease with the city to keep this as a winter Nordic center.
What were some of the worries going into this, Richard?
Well, the worry was that we could always use this as a winter center, but if it was turned into development, our access, right now we have, a beautiful golf course that we could ski over, uninterrupted trails and paths. So we weren't sure how that was going to affect it into the future.
So you mentioned that communication and dialogue is happening. What can you tell us about where things are at right now?
You know what, it's still with the city, I'm going to say the legal department, working on the agreement. Just we're ironing out all the details of just the practicalities of who's going to take care of the lighting here. Because I don't know if Karen mentioned that we have lit trails. And as I tell people about Windsor Park, friends and family, they didn't realize that you can ski here at night.
Let's say everything works out the way it's supposed to. Mm-hmm. There's some big plans in the works here for Windsor Park. Talk a bit about that.
We are very excited about that, Al. We have a couple of initiatives in the works. One of them has already been completed. We added 3-4 kilometers of lit trails, additional lit trails. So in total now we have about 8 kilometers of trails lit at night because skiing, wintertime, you've got 6-7 hours of daylight, but now you can ski at night, and that's really exciting. So that's been done. In the future, we're even thinking of more lighting on the trails. The next step is going to be artificial snowmaking equipment, because we realize that we've had some low snow years, even though this is the worst winter in 35 years. Shouldn't be talking like that. But people have such a short memory. In 2012, I still have my cuttings in my file about that was the winter that never came in North America. So we're going to have portable snowmaking equipment that if we needed to, starting in November when it's cold enough, we could blast in a trail of artificial snow and get people up and skiing.
Obviously, there's some bottom line things to think about. Can you talk a bit about how much it would cost to make all that a reality right now?
You know what? It's actually not that expensive. The snowmaking equipment, we know we can do that for around $60,000 to $80,000. The additional lighting, right now we had put in $150,000 worth of additional lighting. And our next project that I didn't talk about, phase 3 of our capital campaign, is going to be what we call our annex building. So we're thinking, Al, if I can point in that direction, sorry, over there, we are thinking of putting in a new building there, and it's going to be a Paranordic, for disabled athletes accessible, because this building from the 1920s is not accessible. So all those good features, and have a really good wax room in there. So just an additional space, and the thought is they're going to use it also in the summertime for golfing.
That's some great long-term vision. And do you even have a timeline in mind right now? Or?
You know what? As soon as possible. We have a really keen committee, the Windsor Park Nordic Center committee, put together for this. And our capital campaign, stay tuned. It's going to be announced soon.
There obviously must be a demand for this. Just talk about the growth that you're seeing within the cross-country ski community.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have heard rumors, and nothing to spite the golfers or anything like that, but that we put more people through this facility in the wintertime than they put through in rounds of golf. So that's really encouraging, because Winnipeg is a winter city. when we encourage people to get out, it's a long, cold winter, to get out and do something. And, days like this, we have beautiful spring skiing, so we're really seeing the numbers increase. And I don't know, again, if Karen mentioned this, but cross-country skiing, a sport for life. You can do it from 4 years of age to 80 years of age.
Well, obviously, there's a great enthusiastic group, if I may say, who are spearheading all this. Thank you so much for your time today, Richard.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Richard Hybers with the Cross Country Ski Association of Manitoba. Stay with us. I'm going to get a lesson here. We're also going to learn a bit about the importance of waxing as it pertains to cross country skiing. We'll be right back.